A chemical reaction is all about chemical change. The ripening of fruits, photosynthesis, tarnishing of iron, burning of wood, cooking and digestion of food are all examples of chemical changes that happen outside and within our bodies.
A chemical reaction involves the transformation of one or more substances into another substance or substances. It involves a change in the composition and is represented by a chemical equation. There you go.
Through this demonstration and within the discussion, you will be able to observe physical and chemical properties associated with chemical changes. You'll be able to give evidences for the occurrence of a chemical reaction.
Furthermore, in addition, you will be able to write a balance equation for a chemical reaction. And lastly, you will be able to identify a reaction as a combination, decomposition, single replacement, double replacement, or combustion reaction.
In the movies of Harry Potter, we know that the wizards and witches conjure up light using the spell Lumos. In this demonstration, we will be doing the same thing. We will be conjuring up light, but unlike the wizards and witches in the wizarding world, we will be needing a few things. First one is a strip of magnesium ribbon, okay? So here is a sample of the magnesium ribbon, and I'd like you to place in the chat box how the magnesium ribbon looks like, okay? Give the physical properties of the magnesium ribbon before it undergoes a certain change. The second thing that we'll be needing is some heat, okay? In order to let our magnesium ribbon react with something. So we'll be getting our heat source from this alcohol lamp. Okay. Now watch what happens if we expose the magnesium ribbon into the flame. And we'll wait for a few minutes, a few seconds for the change to happen. And there you go. So, will you say the spell with me? 1, 2, 3. Lumos. Would you like to say the spell with me? 1, 2, 3. Lumos.
Lumos Maximus.
Lumos Maximus. Can you take a look at what is our residue, or what is our final product? I'll be placing this in an evaporating dish. There. So here is our starting material, and here's our finished product. Can you note any change that happened? So that's it, everyone. Lumos.
So for this experiment, we're going to have silver nitrate and copper. So basically the things that we need to have are silver nitrate, copper wire, test tube, and some dropper. Alright, so we need to have one test tube or copper wire. So the first thing to do is to drop our copper wire into our test tube, and then the next step there is we're going to add 10 drops of silver nitrate to our copper wire. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're going to observe the reaction for about 20 minutes, and then you have to take note of the color of our copper before and after the reaction. For this experiment, we're going to have 0.1 molar of calcium chloride and 0.1 molar of sodium carbonate. Notice the colors. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to drop 20 drops of this calcium chloride into our test tube and another 20 drops of zero point 0.1 molar of sodium carbonate into our test tube. So let's start with the calcium chloride. So it's very important that we know how to pipette our liquids. So let's have 20 drops of calcium chloride, 0.1 m calcium chloride. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's 20 drops of calcium chloride. Next is we're going to drop again 0.1 molar of sodium carbonate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 drops of sodium carbonate. So observe the reaction. What happened afterwards?
Let's cover action.
So for this experiment, we're going to have a very small piece of iron sulfide and a concentrated hydrochloric acid. So first step is, of course, we're going to drop our iron sulfide into our test tube. I hope it fits. There. And we're going to drop or add 20 drops of concentrated hydrochloric acid. Okay? So observe what happens to our iron sulfide. Okay? Siyempre yung taga ko ano? FNRI. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So notice the color of the reaction. What happened to the iron sulfide? May baho siya, in fairness, shucks. Na, bahog yung kuan. Kaya itlog na kuan, sulfur, tangin din sa sulfur.
Yeah, like that.
Oh! Where yung itlog na pinakaan na?
So smelly.
It's like devoured egg.
Rotten egg. Oh my god. Put it in the center. Come the person. Yan, siya.
Bahala ka, director. Baho ka dyan siya. Okay, nawag tang na-liberate ng sulfur.
Observe. Hindi.
Mana, exothermic ko na siya, so... Yeah, amazing. Balag baho. Majog itlog. Damn. So for another experiment of ionic compounds, we're going to have magnesium sulfate, 0.1 molar, and we have sodium hydroxide, 0.1 molar. So what we're going to do is that we're going to place 20 drops of each of these reagents to our test tube. So let's start with magnesium sulfate, 0.1 molar. So let's have 20 drops of this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's 20 drops of magnesium sulfate. And we're going to place another 20 drops of sodium hydroxide, 0.1 molar. So notice the reaction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 drops. So that's 20 drops of sodium hydroxide. So observe the reaction. Same naman.